You know what? Let's just work with the... You can hear absolutely... You could hear, like, everything. Everything is going to look different for a little while until everything's figured out. Everything is gone, which sucks. We'll have to remake everything. All old logos and stuff are gone. So yeah, I'm going to spend a bunch of money and just get everything remade. I hope people tune in tonight, otherwise I'm just going to commit suicide. So, yeah. Pretty much what tonight's going to be like. Everything's already been taken from me. We're just going to go with it. You got to work with what... Sometimes you got to work with what's been given to you. There's nothing more you can do. All right. Um. All right. There. There we go. Okay. Let me hear the audio now. Well, we still have the war games. This looks terrible, but it's what I have. It's fine. I gotta work with what I've got. You're gonna hear a different change of pace in my voice tonight. And YouTube videos are gonna look really odd for the next few days. I haven't even downloaded anything I need for that, so I have no overlays, so this is the only overlay I have. Like, this camera right here is what I have. You guys, literally, I'm so heartbroken. We're almost there. We are just a few moments away from WWE Survivor Series. I just want to thank everybody who tunes in tonight. More than ever, it will mean the world to me. With everything I'm dealing with right now, with just losing everything on my computer, it's a real struggle. And, you know, it's not easy to deal with this. It's not. But I know we can get through this, and I appreciate everybody who's going to stay by me. My camera looks like shit, but that's okay. Oh, that's what I'm missing. I was wondering what looked different. There's only one more thing to the final piece of the puzzle. Always going to be that one final piece of the puzzle. I just want to thank you guys for... Um, yeah, this is going to be an interesting... Let me see how much storage I have. Okay. Okay. I want to thank again everybody who tunes in tonight. It is a big deal for me to even be doing this whatsoever. Old me would have quit and given up, but this new me, this is all I've got. I didn't get to do half the things I wanted to do in preparation for tonight's stream, but I do want to thank everybody who does tune in. Um, Give me just a second, everybody who's tuning in. Thank you all for those who are tuning in right now. Sorry about the audio. Everything kind of went to shit today, my night, but I won't let it ruin my spirit, even though I wanted it to. We're going to find out big things. What will CM Punk, how is CM Punk going to work with the Bloodline tonight? That's going to be the big thing we're going to find out. How does CM Punk fare? But the big part is the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa's Bloodline has the advantage with Jacob Fatu getting the victory over main event Jey Uso last night on Friday Night SmackDown. That's the big thing. So with the advantage, and what that advantage entails is that they'll start one member of each team, but the new bloodline will get the first entrant in the ring. So whoever starts for the OG bloodline for a few minutes will be outnumbered, and that could be the big difference maker in this War Games match. It can be a difference maker. But War Games does not officially start. Nobody can be pinned or submitted until the bell rings, when all 10 competitors are inside the cage. And it's just we are just a couple minutes away from War Games, so I do want to thank you all for being here. Sorry, everybody. I'm still figuring out the kinks and whatever to the stream. I'm still trying to get everything taken care of. Here we go. Things are about to pick up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to War Games here in the beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. We are in Canada. We are in Rogers Arena. And it's tonight, the home of Survivor Series. It's going to be one heck of a night. I do apologize for anybody that this sounds loud for. I promise I'm going to make it sound so much better for the video. We've got 10 women inside War Games. And LA Knight has his hands full as he defends his United States Championship against a newly returned Shinsuke Nakamura, who's got a whole new vibe to him. Will LA Knight survive? And here is the Bloodline. The Bloodline has their hands more than full in our big main event in men's War Games when they take on the original Bloodline. And this man may have just saved the original Bloodline. The wise man, Paul Heyman, making sure that it is 5-on-5 because of this man, the best in the world, CM Punk, the Second City Saint, is here in Vancouver, and he's ready for blood. With Sammy and Jay reuniting for a common cause. You can see the shirt. It says Sammy Uso. Sami Zayn rejoined the Bloodline. And there is the original Tribal Chief, the OTC Roman Reigns. And Jimmy Uso coming in. We are sold out here at Rogers Arena tonight, so I do want to thank everybody. And it is time for Survivor Series War Games! And you were looking live at the sold-out Rogers Arena for Survivor Series War Games sold out. 14,000 plus in attendance. One of the second longest running WWE Premium Live event in history, in WWE's history. I am Sam, aka Hype the Commentator, with a very different vibe tonight. Of course, how could you not? It's War Games. We gotta get hyped. There's a lot at stake here tonight. OG Bloodline versus the Bloodline in the main event. Let's go over the War Games rules right now before we get anything further. Two teams will be contained in separate cages with one member of each team starting in the match. After 5 minutes, a member from the advantage team will be released to enter the match. After a 3-minute period, alternating members from each team will enter the cage until all competitors are inside the cage. Once all competitors have entered War Games, War Games officially begins. The only way to win the match is by pinfall or submission. But you hear that siren? I think I hear that siren. That can only mean one thing. Things are picking up. Talk about one way to open up War Games. As the cage comes down, the heat is picking up here in Vancouver. Steel surrounding this large steel cage will surround 2 rings. And Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, making her way out. She is 2-1 in War Games matches. But Vancouver is about to feel the glow, because here comes Naomi. Bianca knocking off Nia Jax to get her team the advantage. We'll see how that fares for this team, for Bianca's team. I mean, she's 2-1 in War Games. But for the first time in Naomi's career, she is going to experience War Games. For everything that Naomi has accomplished throughout her illustrious career, this is not one of them that she has competed in. And now, she's going to get her first experience at what it's like when the cage door closes and it's time for War Games. When it comes to War Games, there's nobody more experienced than the Eye of the Sky. Io Sky has been in every single Women's War Games match in WWE history, going back to her time in NXT. And you gotta wonder how beneficial that's gonna be. You don't have to wonder how beneficial that's gonna be. It is extremely beneficial to have somebody with so much experience. And talk about experience, for the 3rd time in her career, Bayley competes in a War Games match, but has not won a War Games match. Bayley securing the advantage for her team. And here comes the woman Everybody's been waiting to see here in Vancouver. With a broken eye socket and all. She's back and she's ready to go to war. She may not be at 100%, but she is as war ready as she's ever going to be. The Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Can everybody stay together on the same page? It'll all be interesting to see how everybody works together. Bayley wants to start things out. This should be interesting. As Bayley makes her way to the ring, Bayley will represent Team Bianca to kick things off for War Games as the Shark Cage closes for Team Bianca with the officials, Ryan Tran, closing the cage. Bayley, for the 4th time, enters War Games. And Supercard Survivor Series, Supercard out now. Download Season 11. Bayley gonna go from beginning to end. She's gonna have to go from start to finish. This is not gonna be an easy task for Bayley, but it is doable. And there's the WWE Women's Champion, Nia Jax. Two 2-0 inside War Games. Sneaking through the bunch is the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae has been doing everything she can to give it her best. And she's been very useful as of late to the women's champion, Nia Jax. But one woman whose first War Games match this is Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax has been a little cold to Tiffany Stratton as of late. There's been a little bit of cracks, but we'll see how that all plays out. Speaking of champions, here comes the women's world champion, Liv Morgan. And who better to have than Raquel Rodriguez? This is going to be one heck of a War Games match. Both women's champions are on the same team. So you got to think they've got the advantage. Is Nia Jax going to start? This should be interesting. So Nia Jax is going to start this one off for her team. Team Rhea, 18 appearances. Team Liv, 9. And now Charles Robinson and Ryan Tran now locking the other cage. Talk about an interesting start to this War Games match. Nia Jax and Bayley. It was back at SummerSlam. that Nia Jax defeated Bayley to become the women's champion. And it was before that at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event where Nia Jax became Queen of the Ring, where she earned her opportunity to challenge for the women's championship, in which she would end up defeating Bayley. Nia's got the power advantage over Bayley, and with Bayley having to go wire to wire in this match, that's a big detriment. Bayley's going to have to use her quickness to her advantage in this bout if she is going to survive this from bell to bell. Bayley ducking under Nia Jax. And we've seen Nia Jax defeat Bayley twice this year. So it's not going to be easy for Bayley to find her way back in this. It's no easy task for Bayley to be able to push through this. Will Bayley be able to survive? Uh-oh, Nia Jax says Bayley. The first competitor will be released from the cage in about 4 minutes. Oh, Nia Jax went to stomp on Bayley. Bayley just rolling out of the way just in the nick of time. And Bayley now in the corner. Nia Jax going to come in full speed ahead, but Bayley getting out of harm's way. Once again, using her quickness to her advantage. That's going to be Bayley's biggest thing she can do right now. Use her advantage. Use her quickness to her advantage. And now Nia on that steel connector. Sitting down. And Bayley's team looking on. Bayley with forearms to Nia Jax. This is a very dangerous area because you've got that steel connector, but Nia Jax sending Bayley into the other ring, but Bayley lands on her feet. Oh, and Nia Jax comes back at Bayley with an elbow. And just a few minutes away, another competitor will join this match, and things are going to pick up a little bit. Since 1998, In Your House was the last time there was a premium live event in Vancouver. Uh-oh, Nia Jax had Bayley up on her shoulders, looking for that Samoan drop, but Bayley able to break free. What a chop to the chest of Nia Jax. And Bayley now climbing up. Uh-oh, look at it, Bayley! Hurricane Rana takes out Nia Jax. Picking up the offense. And Bayley using her gear to her advantage. This is brilliant. And with no disqualifications, this is all legal. Uh-oh. But it might not matter because Nia Jax catches it that time. And Bayley just thrown across the ring. And now it's Nia with that piece of Bayley's ring gear, using it as a weapon. Right across the spine. With the studs on it. Going right into the back. This is exactly what Nia Jax wants. This is exactly what you want if your team live. This is the perfect scenario. Bayley being taken out like this. And now Nia Jax with a disrespect. Uh-oh. Oh, what a hip attack. Bayley laid out on that metal ring connector. Bayley gonna get some help in about a minute. So for Team Rhea, at least they have the advantage in this match. So Bayley, despite everything she's experiencing right now, in just under a minute, she's going to get a little bit of help. And that little bit of help will go a long way. What a knee to Nia Jax. And Bayley just gets wiped out by Nia Jax. Nia Jax just wiping out Bayley. Boom! Look at, just another look at that splash. And under 30 seconds, Bayley will get some help. Referee Sean Bennett checking in on Bayley, making sure she's okay. The officials don't actually enter the ring until all 10 competitors have entered the ring. And now Bayley's going to get some help. Bayley's laid out. And now Bayley going to get the help from our friend Naomi. For the first time, Naomi enters War Games. Naomi going to look for some assistance to even up the odds because Nia Jax has got that size advantage. Colorful kendo stick. Is that a toilet seat? That's a toilet seat. Okay. There's also a toilet seat in the ring. Okay. Anything can happen. There's a very vibrant kendo stick, though. Naomi looking to use it to choke out Nia Jax. Huh. And when I thought I've seen it all, there's a toilet seat inside the ring right now. Yep. Well, if anything goes. You know, they say, by any means necessary, everything but the kitchen sink. It seems everything including a toilet seat. And now Naomi slides under Nia Jax. Naomi now looking to use her quickness to her advantage. Big kick to Naomi. To Nia Jax, rather. From Naomi. And this is giving Bayley some time to recover. And split leg. Gonna team up and work together. Great double team from these two. Naomi and Bayley really bringing the fight. Ooh, what a shot with a kendo stick to Naomi and now to Bayley. This is rough. Yup, it is in fact a toilet seat. And now has a toilet seat. Just putting the toilet seat on the face of Naomi. Oh! But now here come kendo stick shots from Bayley. And to the midsection, now the toilet seat. Nia Jax sent into the second turnbuckle now. A little bit of some payback. Here comes a little bit of a homage to Rikishi, the father-in-law of Naomi. Oh, Naomi and Bayley are on the receiving end of a double headbutt from Nia Jax. Oh! Oh! Right on the back, almost. That was a rough landing. It was about to be Tiffy time, but instead the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae sidestepping Tiffany Stratton. And now Tiffany Stratton, you saw her in the cage, really upset. But here comes the Poison Pixie with some steel chairs. Candice LeRae looking to bring the experience. LeRae has many years of experience over Tiffany Stratton. Naomi tried to protect herself, but you can only protect yourself so much when there's a steel chair in hand, and it's all perfectly legal. And now, as if Nia Jax needed a weapon, she's already dangerous enough, and now Nia Jax has a weapon in hand. Oh, ducking under. Bayley's team. And Candice with a clothesline. Naomi face first. And Naomi struggling as Team Liv looking real strong in the ring right now. Candice LeRae just used Naomi to take out Bayley. Very unique offense here. Anything could happen inside War Games. There's all kinds of things going on. And LeRae has quite the wealth of experience in the sport of professional wrestling. And now, just starting to find some success over on Friday Night SmackDown. And with under a minute, Bayley and Naomi will get some help. Oh, they need it sooner than a minute because what's about to happen? Oh! Off the steel chair, Candice LeRae goes off at the hands of Naomi. Bayley now setting up the chair. In trouble. Oh, but Nia Jax pushing Bayley out of the way. Nia and Candice working very well together right now. Oh no, things are about to get worse for Team Rhea. This is going to be rough. Oh! Moonsault on the money. And who's coming out next? And the EST, Bianca Belair, makes a beeline for the ring to add some extra flavor to this match. Looking for something, anything. Time to take out the trash. And just launching that trash can at the face of Nia Jax. And then closing the steel door. A fire extinguisher. We got a toilet seat, kendo stick, a fire extinguisher, chairs. What else is under the ring that could be used as a weapon? Oh, I think the fans here in Vancouver really wanted to see a table. A table could be a big difference maker in this match. And Naomi now going to help Bianca Belair bring in the table. Oh, and Candice LeRae driving Naomi into the corner. And that's the problem when you spend too much time looking for some furniture to bring into the ring. You give your opponent some time to regroup, some time to recover. And that's a detriment to your team, especially when you have an opponent like Nia Jax. Uh-oh. Candice LeRae not in a good place right now. Bianca counters. Oh! Off the top turnbuckle. Down goes LeRae. Went for the chair shot to Nia Jax, who counters on Bianca Belair. And now it's Belair. Belair, moonsault over. With the backflip to a drop kick. Bianca Belair really bringing the fight to Nia Jax. And now it's Naomi and Belair working together. Have becoming quite pals and quite the team as of late. It's been an interesting year for Naomi, to say the least, since making her return. Bayley is in this match because of the attack on Jade Cargill. Let's not forget about that part. Jade Cargill, the other half of the women's tag team champions, along the woman who's holding that steel chair high and proud, and Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill being taken out mysteriously. You gotta wonder, who did it? The mystery is left unknown. But guess what time it is? Now it's Tiffy time. Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton, running for the ring. Oh, she's going to find some more things to bring into this match. More weapons. There's not enough in the ring. Let's bring more. All kinds of chaos. And Bianca and Naomi still going to work on Nia Jax. Oh, and a backflip. All right, in the head. Tiffany Stratton now bringing the fight with a spine buster. Down goes Naomi. And saying it's Tiffy time. Look at that athleticism from Tiffany Stratton. What a takedown by Stratton. Working together are Tiffany and Nia Jax. Great teamwork from those two. Slingshot into a clothesline. It's like running into a brick wall going into Nia Jax. And... uh-oh. Oh! And just sending Naomi and Bianca Belair right into each other. And Tiffany Stratton. A backslide. Oh! That was planned. What's, you know, what originally could have been thought of as a little bit of an experience trying to go for a cover before was actually brilliant teamwork with that backslide into a leg drop. Great offense. Great teamwork. Oh! Blockbuster, swinging neck breaker almost with a Samoan drop. Great teamwork from Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. It's been domination. Let's take a look at that. That neck breaker Samoan drop from Stratton and Jax. Oh no. Nia with that steel chair. Looking to go right for the skull of Naomi perhaps. But Naomi now with a shot to the midsection of Nia Jax. And Nia Jax goes down to one knee. And Bianca Belair picking up Candice LeRae. But Candice LeRae fights out. There's all kinds of chaos going on in the ring. Both rings are experiencing quite the chaos. Next competitor will be released in 10 seconds. And Bayley dropping Tiffany. Team Rhea gonna get another addition into this match, which seems to be needed. And there goes Io Sky. She arrived on the scene in NXT, and very quickly did she make waves in NXT. She has competed in every single women's War Games match here in the WWE. And now, we've seen what Io can do with a trash can previously. This one has strings attached. You know, you talk about a match and say there's no strings attached. This trash can has strings attached. And Io is scaling the cage. Hauling the trash can as she heads up to the top. One of the top moments in Survivor Series history. Something similar. This is a very dangerous situation. Candice LeRae trying to meet Io Sky up at the top. The garbage can is still in hand, but LeRae trying to fight back best she can. The arena here, the Rogers Arena here in Vancouver. Oh my. No. LeRae trying to bring Io in. Oh, went for a sunset flip, but LeRae held on. LeRae was able to hold on. From the top. The Genius of the Sky with a missile drop kick. And Io's fired up here at Survivor Series, and now is about to be taken. No. Back elbow. Ducking under the shot. Again, went for another clothesline. Tremendous athleticism coming in from Io Sky. A little bit of a show off for Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton, saying, I can do that too. One for the roll through. Oh, Tiffany Stratton went for a stomp. Oh, and a steel chair to the spine of Tiffany Stratton. And chair shots to the opposition. And Io Sky is fired up. Oh my! Like a Mack truck coming through. Is Nia Jax coming from behind. Talk about changing the complexion of a match. Here comes Raquel, who makes her way to the ring. For the third time in her career, she makes her way towards this large steel structure that is War Games. Oh, another table. Not going to give the people what they want. Trying to find something to bring into the ring. I think there's enough in the ring at this point. There's something that can be used. I think Raquel's realized that as she goes right back in the ring. Fall away slam, using that power of hers, using her size advantage, just launching Io Sky into the steel. And now with a snake eye, sending Naomi face first into the steel as well. Things are not looking good for what is left of Team Rhea. And speaking of that, what is going to be left of these teams when this match is all said and done? When it's all said and done, the match is over, the bell's rung. Despite who wins, all 10 of these women, their careers, their lives are changed forever. Raquel and Nia being on the same team and working together is a very scary thought. Two of the most powerful women in WWE history. Bayley and Bianca being taken out by Raquel and Jax. And Liv Morgan watching very proudly of her team. Naomi trying to fight back, but Raquel just too powerful. Double powerbomb into the cage. And then there's all kinds of destruction, double stacked, all kinds of chaos going on right now. And Bianca Belair's team absolutely laid to waste and laid to rest. Look at these bodies just laid out. And now Rhea Ripley. We're going to get Rhea Ripley in just a few seconds. All amped up and ready to go. And Mommy, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, comes to the ring. But this is going to be no easy task. They're all waiting for her. She's not afraid to stand and throw hands. And Raquel. Oh! Right off the jaw. Great strategy. There goes one. Drop kick. Down goes Nia Jax. What a forearm. You can see that protective mask being worn by Rhea Ripley. Tiffany Stratton with that toilet seat to the back of Rhea Ripley. Bayley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair trying to get back up. And it's going to be need to be a very uphill battle for Team Rhea. Double rear view. Raquel and Nia taken out. And now Liv Morgan will have to wait for her to be the final entrant in this match with 1:40 to go. It's 5-on-4. There are bodies everywhere, all trying to get back up. You can see how much a match like this does damage to the body. Oh! Breaking over the back of Raquel was that toilet seat. And now, Team Rhea bringing the fight to Raquel and Nia Jax in the corner. What a shot with a kendo stick. Using the braid was Bianca responding. Oh, what a big boot from Raquel. And a bulldog onto the toilet seat lid. And Nia Jax with a clothesline taking out Naomi. Rhea Ripley with a headbutt and a second one. And a third one. And down goes the WWE Women's Champion. And soon enough, it's about to be time. There's nobody who's waited more for this moment than Rhea Ripley. And Liv Morgan's face says it all. Rightfully so. The fear in the eyes of Liv Morgan. And Rhea Ripley just waiting for Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan trying to leave. This can't really start until Liv enters the cage. Oh. Baseball bat, of course. Liv Morgan bringing a baseball bat into play. And now the bell officially rings. War Games has officially begun. Now the match has officially started. And now you can see the referees in the ring. This is where the chaos really begins. The protective mask is off. And now Rhea gonna bring the fight to Liv Morgan. Looking for the riptide, but there's Nia Jax from behind. And now Team Liv just attacking Rhea Ripley like a pack of dogs. Rhea Ripley couldn't wait to get her hands on Liv. No. Oh! To the midsection, and again! She's going to crack the ribs of Rhea Ripley. About to cripple Rhea Ripley with this bat. This is perhaps murder. And now handcuffs. Who knew it could get any worse? This is a smart play. Handcuff Rhea, take her out, and now Rhea Ripley's out of play. But before the handcuffs could be put on Rhea, Rhea gets saved by her team. And Bayley fighting back. Ew, missile dropkick takes out Nia Jax. Oh, what a stomp to Io Sky. What a knee by Rhea. Tornado DDT by LeRae. Bianca Belair sending LeRae into the cage. Boom! Just planting Belair into the mat. Boom! Face first goes Raquel. And there's Liv Morgan up at the top. Code breaker. And Bayley's sunset flip bomb into the corner to Liv Morgan. And Samoan drop. That could do it. Oh, and Bayley able to kick out at 2.5. And Nia Jax can't believe it. Nia thought she had it done for Team Liv. What is going on right now? Tiffany Stratton on the left, making the climb. On the right, you just saw Io Sky. Both of these women have something absolutely dangerous and crazy in mind. For all the marbles, for everything it's worth, we've seen Io Sky pull off something like this in the past. What does Io Sky have in mind? And Io Sky looking to do it again. Cover her body with a trash can. Oh, moonsault! Strat with a swanton! Everybody has been laid out. Over the moonsault with a trash can. And you can see that smile on the face. Everybody's been laid out. High risk, high reward. And both women, for their respective teams, got the reward that they were looking for, with everybody being laid out. Tiffany Stratton looking for something. What is she doing? Going dumpster diving. She's looking for something special. Oh! She's gonna cash in. She's got her chance. She's contemplating about cashing in. It doesn't matter because Io Sky with a fire extinguisher blinding everybody. Oh, now look at this. Raquel is caught. And now Raquel is handcuffed. Oh, but Nia Jax just laid out Rhea Ripley. And there's Candice now being barked at by Nia Jax. Naomi trying to fight the ladder, or fight the chair rather, from Tiffany Stratton. Bodies are everywhere. All kinds of chaos. And you can hear the fans here in Vancouver at the Rogers Arena saying they want tables and that's what they're getting. Candice has Bianca Belair. This is a very precarious situation for either of these women, however this goes. Uh-oh. Bianca. LeRae. Face first into the top turnbuckle. And a knee from Naomi taking out Tiffany Stratton. Let's take a look at this one more time. Look at the way that LeRae bounced off the top turnbuckle. Samoan drop to Belair. Here comes Jax with a leg drop. That's got to do it. For the win. And Io and Bayley working together. Talk about the history between these two. It was at WrestleMania this year. that Bayley defeated Io to become the women's champion. But tonight they need to work together. They need to keep their differences set aside. Otherwise, something like that will happen where Nia Jax is going to take advantage of the distraction and run right through both of them. They need to be focused on winning War Games. Otherwise, you've already lost. And Nia Jax just beat Bianca Belair with her own hair. Oh, no. Nia Jax thinking about this? Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. You talk about annihilating somebody. On the second rope, but Belair fighting back. Naomi and Belair. They're going to work together on this. And Nia Jax goes to the table for the cover. And there's Morgan just barely saving the match with that baseball bat to Naomi. Oh, and to the rib cage of Io Sky. Uh-oh. But Belair, not having any of it, snatches the baseball bat from Liv Morgan. Oh! Raquel still somehow able to help despite being handcuffed. Oblivion! Onto the chair. Uh-oh. And Liv Morgan is now where she wants to be. Finally, Rhea Ripley gets her hands on Liv Morgan. One for the riptide, but too close to Raquel. Oh, double knees. That code breaker. See that unprotected broken orbital socket. And now Liv Morgan heading up to the top. That top rope with Rhea was on the table, but now fighting back. And now Rhea on the second rope, Liv on the top. This isn't going to be pretty for either of these two. Morgan was looking for Super Oblivion. Rhea able to put the brakes on that one. Oh, an Avalanche Eradicator coming right up. Rhea from the top. Rhea with a Riptide. For Team Rhea gets the victory. Rhea wins War Games, and she gets to take out Liv Morgan in the process. What a turn of events for tonight. Taking off the mask and, risking it all. Unprotected, Rhea Ripley proved just how tough she is. There was all kinds of chaos, including a toilet seat being brought into the mix. But tonight, it is Team Rhea who gets the victory. With all the experience on Rhea Ripley's side, Rhea Ripley team's side, they get the win. And it's going to be a big celebration for Team Rhea here in Vancouver. What a matchup. All 10 of these women really put it all on the line. Swanton from Tiffany and Io Sky with an over-the-moon salt on the other side. All kinds of chaos. Tiffany Stratton seemed to think about cashing in her Money in the Bank, which might have worked if she was a little bit more decisive. And then Raquel ended up being handcuffed by Rhea. Nia Jax being taken out of the play by Naomi and Belair, being put through the table, and Liv Morgan would make the save. The Oblivion with the chair would take out Bayley. Would hook the leg, but it would be Rhea Ripley who would break the cover. And Raquel had a hard time being able to stop any of it. All she could do was watch, being handcuffed and too far away to do anything about it. With that super riptide, pulling the leg back 1, 2, and 3, with Rhea Ripley securing the victory for Team Rhea. What a win as all 5 of these women celebrate on top of the cage. Congratulations to Bayley, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, who have survived War Games. Thank you, everybody who's sticking with me tonight through this tough time with everything. I pretty much lost everything. Welcome on in, Dean. Thank you for being here tonight. Everything sounds different. I lost everything. I accidentally, something happened to my computer and everything reset, and then I messed it up by trying to fix it. So the audio sounds, I lost everything. I'm literally just, I have no overlays anymore. I'm just using basic stuff. The audio is going to sound off, but I do appreciate you being here. As always, I appreciate all the love. It's not being an easy night for me, so I'm trying to stream to ease the pain. I have nothing. Elimination Chamber Saturday, March 1st in Toronto. '63rd sellout of 2024. The first Survivor Series was held on November 26th, 1987. Survivor Series is the second longest running premium live event behind the show of all shows, WrestleMania. And Shinsuke Nakamura has returned, and he wants gold. He's out for LA Knight. Yeah, I had some issues happen. There was that just happened tonight. Some other things happened too. I still post YouTube videos daily. Some issues with mental health happened. I'll go in. I may go into that a little bit at the end, but there were some things that happened. Yeah. I miss streaming too. I missed being around everybody. I appreciate you, Dean. I've been around. It's just been a tough time. I was going through something. And now I have to figure life out all over again with losing everything for Twitch and YouTube and figuring out settings all over again. I don't plan to stream for a while again until I get all this stuff settled. YouTube videos will still go out as scheduled. They'll be a little bit iffy, but I'm going to have to pay and get new stuff made. So, time to find a graphic designer who can make me some new logos. have no be right back thing. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Thank you everybody for what an entrance for Shinsuke Nakamura. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. I do. I honestly wasn't gonna stream tonight because everything is lost. Like I'm starting from ground zero right now with nothing. I'll go into a little bit of detail about what's been going on after the stream is over. Once after the show's over. This might be the most dangerous version of Shinsuke Nakamura ever. I didn't think it could get more dangerous when it came to Shinsuke Nakamura. LA Knight's got it quite a task at hand, as his hands very full. I mean, there's full and then there's overflowing. Survivor Series powered by C4, the official energy drink of WWE. LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura going to go at it for the United States Championship. LA Knight just dropped his U.S. title. You know, that may have something to do with LA Knight not feeling in full control. This is LA Knight's 8th defense as champion. Has not lost a match since July. Is Shinsuke Nakamura going to take the U.S. title from LA Knight just like it slipped from the face? Just like it literally slipped from the hands of LA Knight a moment ago. Will it happen again? It's all about that prestigious United States Championship being held up high by WWE official Ryan Tran. And with the United States Championship on the line, the late, great Harley Race, one of the greatest to ever do it in professional wrestling, the first ever United States champion. Shinsuke Nakamura, former 3-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Intercontinental Champion. For LA Knight, what's he going to have to do to keep the U.S. title? Shinsuke Nakamura, also a former NXT champion. Nakamura has been with the WWE for over a decade now. About a decade. Shinsuke Nakamura has been with the WWE. And now he and LA Knight are going to go at it, tying up collar and elbow. Nakamura sending LA Knight into the corner. Oh, what a shot to LA Knight. And a knee to the midsection. Snapmare by Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, what a kick to the spine of LA Knight. This is that dangerous side of Shinsuke Nakamura. And I just couldn't imagine at all that Shinsuke Nakamura could have gotten any more dangerous. But LA Knight able to turn things around, and that's exactly what he needs. LA Knight needs to be on his 100%, needs to be on his A game, because it's going to take his A game to defeat the King of Strong Style. Well-placed elbow by LA Knight. But Nakamura kicking out at only a 1. It's just showing how much it's going to take to keep Nakamura down. It's not going to be an easy task for LA Knight to keep down the King of Strong Style, who wisely rolls to the outside onto the floor to buy himself some time to recover. And LA Knight slides through. Nakamura driven into the barricade. It's LA Knight who's usually on top of his opponents. He's the one, whose game it usually is, who's playing all the mind games. But Shinsuke Nakamura seems to have gone in the head of LA Knight a little bit, and that could be the big difference maker in this match. That could be what costs LA Knight the United States Championship. But right now, LA Knight is doing everything he can to keep on the ball when it comes to Shinsuke Nakamura, driving Nakamura face first into the ring apron. And again, Nakamura goes face first. Shinsuke, one of the most dangerous professional wrestlers, spent quite a bit of time in Japan before making his way to NXT. You talk about an exciting signing for WWE. Shinsuke Nakamura. But so was the LA Knight, another signing at the time, another signing for NXT not too long after. Oh! And LA Knight sent throat first into the top rope by Shinsuke. What a back elbow by Shinsuke. And a kick to the back of LA Knight. And what a turnaround for Shinsuke, who pulls the leg back for the cover, able to get the 2 count on LA Knight. Boom! What a shot to LA Knight. And Nakamura sending LA Knight up. And Shinsuke Nakamura staying so calm. Oh! What a knee to the midsection of LA Knight, who falls to the outside onto the floor. LA Knight writhing in pain. That was some back elbow by Shinsuke Nakamura. Could have almost broken the nose of the megastar. Is Nakamura just toying with LA Knight at this point? Knight facing perhaps the biggest challenge of his U.S. title reign. Undefeated since July. Oh! And LA Knight hanging up Shinsuke on the top rope, able to turn things around. And LA Knight, oh, DDT from LA Knight, able to turn things around for the win to retain. And Shinsuke Nakamura able to kick out. LA Knight still holding on to that nose. Oh. Shinsuke had it countered, had it scouted. LA Knight. Torture rack into a slam from LA Knight. And Nakamura kicks out of 2. Talk about digging into the playbook when you know what kind of challenge is at stake. With a burning hammer delivered to Shinsuke Nakamura. Sometimes you got to dig deep into the playbook. And Shinsuke gets caught by a back elbow by LA Knight. Nakamura placed up at the top. What a clubbing blow from LA Knight. And a shot from Shinsuke Nakamura. And another show of athleticism from Knight, but gets countered by Shinsuke Nakamura. And Nakamura turning things around. Things are not looking good for LA Knight if this plays out. Oh, but LA Knight fighting back with back elbows to Shinsuke. Oh, and an enziguri to the back of LA Knight. And Nakamura making sure that LA Knight has the most difficult time to be able to get anything. LA Knight having a tough time getting anything going. No, not this. Oh! LA Knight dropped face first by Nakamura to win the U.S. Championship. Oh, but LA Knight just barely kicking out. That was 2. Let's take a look at this one more time. Look at the way LA Knight landed. Tough landing for LA Knight. Crash and burn from that inverted exploder. Could it be the end? Could it be time for the Kinshasa? Nakamura measuring up LA Knight. Oh, but LA Knight counters. LA Knight, boom! Shinsuke planted by Knight. And is it time? From the top with the elbow drop. And now it's LA Knight who's finally able to get a little bit of something. Can he finish this off? A PFT. Is the PFT coming up next? Shinsuke Nakamura wisely rolling out. Official Ryan Tran was checking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, no. Not this. Oh, LA Knight doing everything to counter to make sure it doesn't... This is dangerous. Oh! The back of the head of LA Knight on the steel. That's gotta be it. Talk about blunt force trauma. There's a lot of trauma to the head of LA Knight from that. That was a brutal inverted DDT on that steel ring connector that's used for the War Games match to connect the two rings. Kinshasa! We've got a new U.S. champion. It's all set and done. And Shinsuke Nakamura is a 3-time United States champion. Shinsuke Nakamura is your new United States champion. What a hard-fought match. Since the beginning of the match, when LA Knight even dropped the title, it looked rough for LA Knight. But with the return of Shinsuke Nakamura coming back more just demonic, demented, I don't even know how to put it. Just this new mindset of Shinsuke Nakamura taking out the former champion, the back of the skull, hitting the steel ring connector, then the Kinshasa to the back of the head. The final blow. And 1, 2, and 3. And new United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura has come back. And he targeted LA Knight for his U.S. championship. And now Shinsuke Nakamura stands tall as the U.S. champion. Congratulations to Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, we got a new United States champion. That should be interesting, Dean. We are back here in Vancouver. Is the highest grossing Canadian arena event in WWE history tonight. We are about to prepare for the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. The UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad is in the house. Number 5 in the UFC pound for pound. Special T-Pain. For War Pigs, the official cover of Survivor Series. The unpredictable badass, the Intercontinental Champion. Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, they've got all kinds of things to prove. Sheamus, the one title he has not won in his illustrious WWE career. The Intercontinental Championship. Let's see why each man has something on the line. Why each man feels they deserve to be the Intercontinental Champion. That's for the special WWE Peacock subscribers. The Intercontinental title match is coming up. Welcome on in, Rocky. Everything's going to be a little bit different for a bit. You can't see me because I'm about to change the scene back. I just didn't want to be seen because I was taking a break. But I don't have any overlays anymore. I lost everything. My computer messed up. So the audio is going to sound different too. I'm going to fix that for the videos that go out. I'm exhausted from being angry at losing everything. But I'm still doing wrestling commentary anyways because of my determination. For whatever reason, I have it in my heart and soul to continue. For whatever reason, I've decided to be alive still. I don't know. It's a thing. I'm going to save my energy, though. We still have a couple matches to go. All right. Apparently it's using my webcam audio, so don't mind that. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'll figure out all my output stuff. Oh my god, what the fudge, man. Boy, I'll tell you what, start figuring out audio stuff tomorrow. I don't have the patience right now. You guys aren't even hearing the microphone, which sucks. You guys are hearing the audio come from the Logitech. But that's okay. I appreciate you guys working with me tonight. Like, let me switch back the scene. Here we go. At least you guys got a camera. Hey, we got a camera, so we may not have overlays, but we have something. An incredible 2024 for this man who is making his way to the ring, Ludwig Kaiser. Could it be Kaiser's night? Will it be Kaiser's night? It's a big opportunity for Ludwig Kaiser. Oh yeah, it really is the webcam audio. Golly. Oh man. That's terrible. Oh my god. You hear the sirens. Can only mean one thing. It's the Intercontinental Champion. Braun Breaker. This would be a big win if Sheamus could capture the Intercontinental Championship. Absolutely, Dean. Y'all ain't even ready for this fucking webcam audio. This is some shit, boy. Y'all weren't ready for this. This is some real stuff, boy. We're gonna get an incredible triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Breaker, despite being the least experienced among the three competitors in this match, is an absolute powerhouse. His father and uncle, both WWE Hall of Famers, both personify greatness. All three of these men have quite the careers, with Sheamus having had quite the career, winning every title in the WWE except for this one. The Intercontinental Championship is what Sheamus needs to become a Grand Slam champion. As Eddie Orengo calls for the bell to be rung, this match is officially underway. Triple threat rules, no disqualification, no countouts, anything goes. First man to gain pinfall or submission wins the match and will be declared the Intercontinental Champion. Ludwig Kaiser wisely rolling to the outside onto the floor. He wants no involvement in this at all in the early ongoings, as Braun Breaker driving his shoulder into the midsection of Sheamus. But Sheamus now fighting back. Sheamus has had an obsession over the last couple of years of winning this Intercontinental Championship. He won the WWE Championship very early into his career in WWE. He defeated John Cena back in 2009 at TLC in a tables match to become the WWE Champion. Clothesline, taking out Ludwig Kaiser. Talk about a man who personifies, size and speed. He's got it all. The way that Braun Breaker runs the ropes at nearly 25, 30 miles per hour is absolutely incredible. Sheamus is without a doubt a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's done it all. King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, Sole Survivor, 3 times at Survivor Series, multi-time World Champion, United States Champion, Tag Team Champion. He beat Roman Reigns 9 years ago at Survivor Series, cashing in Money in the Bank. Kaiser, drop kick to the midsection of Braun Breaker. The one thing that Sheamus nor Braun Breaker should do is doubt Kaiser's abilities. Kaiser does have some singles victories over Sheamus. I would turn around if I were you, Kaiser. Because despite setting up that chair, you're not going to like the view. Uh-oh. Yep, now he's realizing the inevitable. Kaiser's going to have to find a way to fight out of this corner, but he's got a Celtic Warrior and an unpredictable badass in his way. They're going to make some work of Kaiser. Kaiser just sliding to avoid the chair. And a shoulder tackle takes down Ludwig Kaiser. Now Sheamus sends Kaiser. There's a little bit of an alliance for the time being, but now, oh, there's no alliances that last very long in triple threat matches. You never turn your back on an unpredictable badass, the unpredictable badass, and Braun Breaker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what this means? A running start for Braun Breaker, but Kaiser intercepting Breaker with a baseball slide. Ludwig Kaiser and takes out Sheamus, sending him into the steel steps. And Sheamus sent right into the announce desk by Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser's not just some flunky for Gunther, and he's spent a lot of 2024 proving that. Like a missile was Braun Breaker just launching out of nowhere, taking out Ludwig Kaiser. A throwaway Northern Lights suplex to Ludwig Kaiser. Let's get it. Just the way that Braun Breaker just launched himself out of nowhere at Ludwig Kaiser. Absolutely incredible what we just saw. Laughing about it is Braun Breaker, now driving Sheamus into the announce desk. And Sheamus being taken out by Braun Breaker. You can hear the crowd here in Vancouver chanting for Sheamus. Sheamus has had quite a bit of fans who want to see him finally win the Intercontinental Championship. But that might not happen with Braun Breaker, who just pummeled Sheamus to the ground. And Ludwig Kaiser just trying to get out of the way. He crawled away from Braun Breaker. That's just a test to you not wanting to mess with Braun Breaker. Just an incredible specimen is Braun Breaker. I can tell you this, he's anything but a chill guy when it comes to the intensity he brings inside the squared circle. And Sheamus now fighting back. But that momentum, anytime Sheamus tries to pick up anything, Braun Breaker's right there to stop it. How do you stop Breaker? Able to get just barely a 1 count. And now doing push-ups in the middle of this match. An homage to his uncle, Big Papa Pump. Sheamus wants nothing more than to be an Intercontinental Champion. But there's been roadblock after roadblock, time after time. When is Sheamus' time to finally get that chance to get the title? Can he finally win? Oh, but Sheamus picks up Braun Breaker and slams Breaker into the mat to become the Intercontinental Champion. But Kaiser is there to break things up. And now Sheamus and Kaiser going at it. These two just fall to the outside onto the floor. And Sheamus has Kaiser right where he wants him. Look out! Oh my! Braun Breaker just clearing house, sending Sheamus and Kaiser over the announce desk. Let's take a look at this one more time. Braun Breaker will risk everything if it means retaining the Intercontinental Championship. And this time he got it ×2, taking out Kaiser and Sheamus. Sheamus being dumped out into the fans. And now going to turn his attention to Ludwig Kaiser. Turning this into a one-on-one scenario. Breaker looking like a man possessed. Gorilla press, but the eyes raked of Breaker. And now sent over the steel steps. Kaiser with the experience. He has experience all over the world, but uh-oh. And Sheamus behind Kaiser. 10 beats of the button in a unique place for Ludwig Kaiser, who's going to experience all of it. More than 10, got 11. And now Breaker missed a blow, but now it's time for Breaker to experience the 10 beats of the button. And now Sheamus celebrates with the WWE Universe. The one title that has eluded Sheamus throughout his entire WWE career. He's now bringing the fight. Sheamus rallying the WWE Universe here at the Rogers Arena. Can he ride the momentum all the way to the title? Can he do it here tonight? To chase the impossible dream. Could it become possible for Sheamus? Sheamus has done it, tried time and time again, but has been unsuccessful. And now Ludwig Kaiser with a shillelagh telling Sheamus to come out of the ring. Uh-oh, but Sheamus just grabbed the hand. And now the shillelagh clotheslines Ludwig Kaiser into the timekeeper's area. But there's an angry, unpredictable badass in the ring. He wants to win it fair and square. He just heard what Braun Breaker said. Come on, old man. I wouldn't disrespect Sheamus like that. And here we go. They're going to slug it out here in the center of the ring. Sheamus loves to fight. Oh, Sheamus counter. The veteran instincts. Breaker in deep trouble. The veteran Sheamus looking for a Celtic cross. To Breaker. Will it be enough to win him the Intercontinental Championship? It's one of WWE Championships. Oh! So close, yet so far for Sheamus, who was looking to become the Intercontinental Champion. Let's take a look at that one more time in slow motion. The impact off that Celtic cross. Sending Braun Breaker across the ring, but it just wasn't enough to keep Braun Breaker down. And Breaker. Oh, look at this from Breaker. Breakensteiner. And the dogs are in the house. Oh, but Breaker goes into the steal. Bro kick to become the Intercontinental Champion finally. Oh, but Kaiser just pulling the referee. Sheamus was finally gonna realize the dream and become the Intercontinental Champion. But Ludwig Kaiser making sure it doesn't happen. Did Kaiser just cost Sheamus the Intercontinental Championship? Once again, Kaiser screwing Sheamus now with the shillelagh. Beating Sheamus with a shillelagh. Kaiser just beating the life out of Sheamus with the shillelagh. Kaiser unhinged. There are welts on the back of Sheamus from the shillelagh. Oh no. Oh, what a knee from Sheamus. A kneecapper right there to become champion. Oh, but Kaiser kicks out at 2.5. What is Sheamus going to have to do to become the Intercontinental Champion? All three men are down. It's any man's game. We knew this was going to be a physical bout. We know what all three of these men are capable of. And these three men have delivered. And it's all for the prestigious Workhorse Championship. That is the Intercontinental Championship. I agree with the fans here in attendance at the Rogers Arena. This is, in fact, awesome. Sheamus couldn't deliver. Death Valley Driver. Ludwig Kaiser could finally. Oh, but Sheamus. Oh, back to the ribs. And there it is. Spear! Spear! Like a missile flying through the air again. And now Sheamus is about to be taken out by Braun Breaker. It's all over for Sheamus. And there it is. Spear to retain. Breaker retains the Intercontinental Championship. What a hard-fought match between all three of these men that slugged it out. Sheamus has welts all over his body from the shillelagh shots. These three really showed what it means to want to fight for everything, fight for all the marbles. But tonight was Braun Breaker's night with the dogs barking. Braun Breaker. Let's take a look at this again, actually. This was a bit earlier on. Sheamus thought he had it won. The Brogue Kick would have won the Intercontinental Championship for Sheamus right there. But Ludwig Kaiser was able to pull out referee Eddie Arango just at the last moment. And this is where Ludwig Kaiser went unhinged. This was just brutal to watch. The shillelagh to the back of Sheamus, all the welts forming. Absolutely devastating to Sheamus. Ludwig Kaiser absolutely rocked by Sheamus. And then a spear just launching in midair, taking out Ludwig Kaiser first. And then taking out Sheamus. 1, 2, and 3, Braun Breaker is still your Intercontinental Champion and survives at Survivor Series. What a match. Yeah, it would have been nice to see Sheamus win this one, but yeah. It was quite the match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for Survivor Series. I want to thank everybody who's hanging with me for this really tough time. Damian Priest has never won here at Survivor Series. It was at SummerSlam when Damian Priest had everything come crashing down when Finn Balor turned his back on Damian Priest, when the Judgment Day turned their backs on Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, who would then become the Terror Twins. Rhea Ripley successful earlier tonight in leading her team to victory in the War Games match. Now it's Damian Priest's turn. Can he regain the World Championship for the man who took it from him back at SummerSlam? After losing the title at SummerSlam, it feels like Damian Priest has risen to a whole new level. It almost brought out something that, like, when you lose something you cherish so much, it sparked something in his mind that made him think a whole different way. Prime, the official hydration drink of WWE. Damian Priest, the man who's in his prime, as he's about to challenge the ring general Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh man, this audio sounds terrible. Oh my god. We'll see how this one goes. It should be an interesting bout to say the least. 119 days as World Heavyweight Champion for Gunther. Third title defense as champion. 43-3 record in singles matches since April 2022. For pretty much 75% of his WWE career, he's been a champion. Ever since losing to Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, it seems that Gunther might have lost a little bit of confidence. It was a tough loss to lose that, big dream match that everybody had been waiting to see between the American Nightmare and the Ring General. And now a few weeks later, and Gunther has to deal with Damian Priest once again for the World Heavyweight, this time once again for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest had put Gunther through a table. It's all about that World Heavyweight Championship being held up by the official. And tonight we're going to see just how far these men are willing to go. This is going to be nothing short of a classic, to say the least. Damian Priest smiling with confidence, Gunther looks a little bit off his game. And what that means is it could be the difference maker for Damian Priest to get the victory over the Ring General and regain the World Heavyweight Championship. That would be a tough loss for Gunther. Could this be a downhill thing for the Ring General? And Gunther, side headlock takeover. What Gunther needs to do is he needs to somehow, push through whatever's going on in his mind and still be able to dictate the pace of this match. But right now, Priest is seemingly dictating the pace and now going to work on the arm, driving the knee into the side of the head with that arm bar on Gunther. You talk about two men who've had an incredible 2024. Gunther, from losing the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania to Sami Zayn, to becoming King of the Ring, to becoming the World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. It's been quite the year. And Damian Priest being the World Champion, winning it, cashing in back at WrestleMania. It's not too often you have the perfect opportunity, the perfect storm where he was able to cash in at WrestleMania and held the title all the way to SummerSlam. Gunther taking his time on the outside of the ring. And now he's going to get back into this matchup. Gunther back in the ring. And Cody Rhodes and Gunther went at it earlier this month in Riyadh for the Crown Jewel Championship in what was a dream match. Champion versus champion. The undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, versus the man you're looking at right now, the Ring General, the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. But it was Cody Rhodes who stood out on top. And that's what has seemed to be playing in the head of Gunther on repeat. Damian Priest has been getting the upper hand over on Monday Night Raw. Time after time, Gunther has tried to attack Priest, but it has not worked in the favor of Gunther whatsoever. Damian Priest hit Gunther hard, may have tweaked the shoulder in the process. And Gunther once again wisely rolling to the outside onto the floor. Has a grin on his face. This is an interesting grin on the face of Gunther. Gunther, no matter what he's going through, always has mind games going on. Knows how to get into the mind of his opponent. But will that be the same tonight? And Gunther and Damian Priest measuring each other up. Oh! And now your Priest comes in with these kicks on Gunther. Went for a chop. Box in the ears with that cymbal clap. Gunther has been a little bit out of sorts since the match began. Priest coming at full speed, but Gunther got the boot up. Priest slamming Gunther into the mat. Priest again, the shoulder. The shoulder of Damian Priest is bothering him. And the official may have to stop, is checking on Damian Priest, seeing if he's good to go. But the shoulder could be the big turning point, could be exactly what Gunther needed to do. Goes right after the arm. That's exactly what you would expect from Gunther, a technical specialist, a ring general for a reason, as he sends Damian Priest right into the steel ring post. Oh! And Priest sent right into the barricade and by the timekeeper's area. And Gunther, just like that, has been really focused on turning this thing around, has done a good job of doing so. And again, the shoulder goes into the steel ring post. And Gunther breaking the count to keep this thing going. What a shot to the face of Gunther, stunning the champion. Priest buying himself a little bit of time. Oh no. Wrist control. Oh, what a shot to the arm. Right into the injured shoulder. And with Priest's shoulder being damaged, it's going to take a lot out of the arsenal of the challenger. As you can hear the champion in pain, writhing, as Gunther now has something to work on. It seemed very, good. Things seemed very up for Damian Priest, with the confidence of Gunther being a little bit lost at coming into this match. But with the damaged shoulder of Priest, it almost seems like Gunther just gained all his confidence back the moment he saw it. And again, going after the arm. Damian Priest trying to fight through the pain. But, there's only so much. Only human. There's only so much you can push through. Damian Priest wanting to do this for the fans, wanting to bring the title back to the WWE Universe. Gunther, a man who hates the fans. It's all about him. It's all about winning championships and being considered the best wrestler in the world. And there's no argument about just how talented Gunther is. And with that hammerlock driving the knee into the shoulder of Damian Priest, it's going to be tough for Damian Priest to find his way back in this match. That initial shoulder tackle from Damian Priest caused some damage to himself in the process. And now here we are, Gunther with the upper hand. Damian Priest can barely raise his hand with all the damage that's been done to his arm. Oh. Well, there's a thunderous chop. It was about time before a chop made its appearance in this match, because Gunther's really focused in on going after the arm. Damian Priest may be forced to tap out at some point in this match. Look at the way that Gunther's got the arms locked of Damian Priest. Just tearing the arm of Damian Priest apart. Damian Priest trying to fight through, trying to muscle out of this. There's only so much pain a man can handle, but Damian Priest trying to find something to keep him going and trying to create some separation. What a thunderous chop from Gunther. Oh, and a forearm from Damian Priest, still trying to fight through. And a clubbing blow to the back. And now going to work on the shoulder again. And again, another thunderous chop. Oh, what a shot. And now here comes massive forearms by the challenger. Oh, what a kick. Knocking down the champion. Both men are down and out. This is a big turning point. Let's take another look at this one more time. Boom. Bang. The kick to the back of the head. To the side back of the head. Created some much needed separation. And Damian Priest not being able to capitalize. But it is important that Damian Priest is able to, just have a little bit of time to regroup here. Who knows when Damian Priest will have another opportunity. And despite the pain, doing everything he can to push through. To make the best of this opportunity, despite the damage that's been done to his shoulder. And once you lose an opportunity like this, it's back to the line. You got to start all over. And now Priest with a couple of chops of his own. And Gunther goes down, and Damian Priest is fired up. Is it Priest's night to regain the World Heavyweight Championship? The title that he lost back at SummerSlam. Boom, elevated flatliner. That good arm pulls the leg back, and Gunther able to kick out. And Boom! Elevated flatliner despite the damage done with one good arm. The amount of strength it takes to do that with one arm is absolutely insane. Is Priest calling a shot? Where Gunther is going, it could get really hot. Oh, nope. Gunther looking for a sleeper. And Gunther looking for a powerbomb. Damian Priest counters. Boot to the midsection. And now Damian Priest paying homage. Looking to pay homage. Perhaps thinking the Razor's Edge. With that bad left arm. Damian Priest tries to roll through. Looking for a submission. Triangle by Priest. Great strategy by Damian Priest. Damian Priest may have to use a submission. Priest shoulders are down. Priest breaks free. Oh, what a kick. And now, Priest calling a shot. Does he have enough in the left shoulder to do it? Looking to pay homage to his hero Razor Ramon, but instead, Gunther behind with a sleeper hold. And Gunther about to put Priest to sleep. It was a nice little thought to think Damian Priest could win back the World Championship. Boy, Gunther's going to end this right here. Good night. 2. Oh! But Damian Priest able to kick out. Damian Priest showing his resilience, just showing his willpower. You know, as many times as he's been knocked down, despite the damage done to his shoulder, he still finds a way to fight through. And that is a very commendable thing for Damian Priest. But commendable doesn't win you championships. Winning wins you championships. By any means necessary wins you championships. And that's why Gunther has spent the last 119 days as world champion. That's why Gunther has spent 75% of his career in WWE as a champion. There's something. Was looking for that sleeper again. And Priest. Big time risk. Hurricane Rana off the top. And now Damian Priest. Gunther up. This time, the Razor's Edge connects. 3rd time's a charm for the championship. Oh, but Gunther able to kick out. Gunther still in this. Take another look at that Razor's Edge. The homage to his hero, the late great Razor Ramon. Priest unable to put Gunther away. What's it going to take for either of these men to keep the other down? Priest showing guts, showing quite the heroic effort, what it means to be world champion. And the straps come down. Could this mean one thing? Looking for that south of heaven. That could finish this off. What goes up must come down, but Gunther counters. And a chop to the chest of Damian Priest. Oh, but only angered Priest. Oh, but Gunther again, able to counter. Oh no! Look at this, the Kimura with the head trapped. Priest may have no choice but to tap out. This has got to be it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I don't see any way that Priest gets out of this one. Rob Zapata, the referee, asking if he wants to quit. Those long arms able to help Damian Priest reach the bottom rope. But the thing is, the damage has already been done. Gunther's now done more damage to the injured arm that he's been working on throughout this match. Gunther's got that look of disbelief of, did I underestimate my opponent? How much is it going to take for Gunther to take out Damian Priest to retain his World Heavyweight Championship? And Gunther is back up to his feet. Priest looking a little bit dazed. This has got to be it in just a matter of moments. How much does Damian Priest even have left? Another clothesline to Damian Priest. Gunther is able to look into Priest's eyes and see if there's more fight. I don't think he sees much left. Taking his time. Oh, but Priest with a clothesline there. Well, there's a little bit of fight left in Priest. But was that just a desperation effort? Or is there truly something left in the tank for him to regain the World Heavyweight Championship? With the world title on the line, Damian Priest measuring up. Gunther! What a massive clothesline to the champion. Hooks the legs. And Gunther able to kick out at two. What a match. These two are taking each other to the absolute limit. There's going to come a point in the match where one of these men is just not going to be able to get up. Both of these men might not be able to get up. When it's all said and done, somebody's got to win this. Gunther wisely causing Priest to lose his balance by going after the rope. What a thunderous chop to the chest of Damian Priest. Uh-oh. And Gunther has Damian Priest right where he wants him. Up to the top. Damian Priest blocking the best he can. Priest able to knock Gunther off the top. But Priest fell and landed hard on the floor. I think the arm of Damian Priest might be out. He just said it's out. Oh. Oh, come on! Come on! Balor again getting involved. But Gunther doesn't have any friends. Gunther doesn't like any of it. Gunther did not want Finn's help at all. Gunther back into the ring. Power bomb. And now, back on the injured arm. It's going to be all, oh my God. Look at the way that sleeper's locked in. Priest is fading. It's got to do it. Priest is going to be put to sleep. Good night. That's out. Yeah, that's it. Gunther retains. There was no reason Finn Balor needed to get involved in this at all. We were witnessing an absolute instant classic. But once again, Gunther retains. And the no good Finn Balor gets involved and makes sure Damian Priest does not walk away as world champion. And again, Damian Priest with still no victories here at Survivor Series. But Gunther stands tall as still the World Heavyweight Champion. But it seems Damian Priest and the Judgment Day are not done. more specifically, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, their story is not done. And once Damian Priest's shoulder injury showed, Gunther was absolutely ruthless. Gunther showed no remorse for the injury of Damian Priest's arm. When Damian Priest fell off and hit the rope, and then Finn Balor with a coup de grace. Finn Balor just felt like getting involved. But Gunther, who doesn't like any help from anybody, taking out Finn Balor. And then Gunther, the way he had the arm trapped on the sleeper, put Damian Priest to sleep. That was all over. The bell rung. The match was over. And good night, Damian Priest. Gunther wanted to defeat Damian Priest one-on-one, but Finn Balor just liked getting involved. And the look in Damian Priest's eyes say it all. The pain in the eyes. Gunther holding on to that World Heavyweight Championship tightly. WWE Saturday Night's Main Event returns December 14th. Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Newly released tickets are on sale now. What night that's going to be? The Women's United States Championship Tournament Finals. Three women have advanced to the semifinals. Bayley, Machin, Chelsea Green. Talk about championships. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens with the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. The 10th anniversary of the New Day taking place this Monday on Raw, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. You won't want to miss it on the USA Network. The Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament begins this Monday on Raw, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. You won't want to miss it. Immediately following the men's War Games match, we'll have a post-show. Some of the superstars you'll see on the Survivor Series War Games post-show. It's time for our main event. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We still got one match to go, and there's going to be a lot of savagery. We've got Bloodline, OG Bloodline, all kinds of chaos going to take place in this big main event. Hashtag Slim Jim Savage moment. Go to X and use the hashtag to share what is the most savage moment from Survivor Series. Since the 1 year anniversary of CM Punk's return, CM Punk now competes in War Games. He joins Sami Zayn, Jimmy and Jay the Usos, and the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns as they take on Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga Tongaloa, and Big Bronson Reed. Talk about a heavy hitter. Original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. It's gonna be War Games. All right. Oh, wait, never mind. You guys can hear me. All right, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. All right, everybody, it's time for War Games. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. Anybody who showed up is a fucking real one. Y'all have no idea what tonight has been. All I know is there will be videos that'll be going out, even if they sound like shit. I've got some work to do. There's no doubt about it. The bloodline has arrived. They show up together. They are going to fight together. A united front that Solo has put together himself. Their undying loyalty to Solo Sikoa. Tama Tonga. He's just totally off his rocker, but he will start this thing for the bloodline. And the other four will be locked inside the shark cage until it is their time to enter the match. There are no more questions. Solo Sikoa has the Ulafala. Solo Sikoa. We will find out who the true tribal chief is. Solo has built quite the team. Look at the way that he's just scaling the cage. Talk about a few loose screws. Snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Look at the way that Tama Tonga is ready for War Games. Here comes Sami Zayn. Third career War Games match. 2 is 2-0 at War Games. The home country fave here in Canada. It's got the Sami Uso t-shirt. It was only a couple of years ago where Roman Reigns had said, I'm going to make Sami a full-blown Uso. And look at that. With the Sami Uso t-shirt. The OG bloodline. And here comes Jimmy Uso. You know, with the new bloodline coming out together, with the OG bloodline all getting their separate entrances, is that dissension? Is everybody just... It's gotta, you know, are we going to see some dissension within the OG bloodline? Second career War Games match. To the OG bloodline and to the new bloodline, Sami Zayn was public enemy number 1 just a few weeks ago. It's crazy how things can turn around. And here comes the Second City Saint, the best in the world, CM Punk. A man who's went to hell to come back to compete in War Games. Punk messing with them, pushing Bronson Reed. Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu is ready to just jump through the cage somehow. Punk trying to rile up the bloodline. But how wise is it for CM Punk to do so? That's the question. How wise is it for CM Punk to do something like that? Punk is going to be a big wild card. And here comes the OTC. Roman Reigns. This is a must-win match for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has got to win it. Roman comes back, and he needs to get that Ula follow back. He needs to prove that the OG bloodline is the only bloodline. It's the best bloodline. That's the only thing they can do. If Roman falls tonight, you got to think so does the OG bloodline. Roman Reigns and CM Punk kind of just stare at each other. You gotta worry, Roman Reigns might be worrying about if CM Punk is gonna go rogue. When it's all said and done, Paul Heyman owes CM Punk a favor. And the crowd is already ready for it. It was back in 2012 when Roman Reigns debuted with the Shield. Was a little bit of a mercenary for CM Punk, so ironic how where we are here in 2024. Look at the side eye of CM Punk by Roman Reigns. You can't have main event without main event Jey Uso. It's time for the OG bloodline. And this is interesting that Roman Reigns' team did not come out together. Well, Roman Reigns is no longer a leader, though. It's everybody, on their own level. Jey Uso branched out and became his own man. And for somebody, who he and Jimmy used to look, they're identical twins, but they found their own look. They've become their own men. Jey even went on to win the Intercontinental Championship and then got drawn right back in all this bloodline mess. But Jacob Fatu defeating Jey Uso for the advantage. It's going to be Jey Uso and Tama Tonga who were going to start this thing off. So it was Jacob Fatu and main event Jey Uso last night on Friday Night SmackDown, one-on-one to determine who would get the advantage heading into this War Games match. Well, Jacob Fatu in very convincing fashion defeated the Yeet Master main event Jey Uso and giving the new bloodline the advantage in this match. So once the first timer goes off after this, once this match gets underway, the new bloodline will have the advantage. And having the advantage, there's a reason they call it the advantage. It's the numbers game for a little bit. It's that extra time with numbers game. The numbers game that can be the big difference maker, and especially with these types of matches. It's so tough on your body to step into a cage like this. The structure alone is tough. The length of the match, how far you have to go, what you have to survive. You've got so many variables in this match. There are 10 WWE superstars that are going to be in the ring at once by the time this match is over. And with all these variables, there are so many things that can go right, but there's also so many things that can go wrong. There's so much damage that all these men can do to each other. So many moving parts in this match with the story of the bloodline and the OG bloodline. As the bell rings, the 5-minute timer begins, and after 5 minutes, Tama Tonga is going to get some help with the advantage being given to them at the hands of Jacob Fatu last night on Friday Night SmackDown. Jey Uso, with caution, going to approach Tama Tonga, who's in the corner up on that top turnbuckle. And Tama Tonga is just, got a couple screws loose, maybe a few. This is going to be an interesting stare down between these two. It's the mind games that comes with the bloodline, the mind games that Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, Guerrillas of Destiny, main event Jey Uso and his brother Jimmy, the Usos. What an interesting tag team match that would be, but we're getting main event Jey Uso and Tama Tonga right now. Guerrillas of Destiny made such a big impact in Japan. And to find their way to the WWE, to be with Solo Sikoa to swear and fight for Solo Sikoa with every ounce of their being has been such a unique factor to the new bloodline. And pretty much helping, shift the momentum of what's been going on in WWE after the fall of Roman Reigns, losing the championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Everything really started to work in the favor of Solo Sikoa, who felt the need to pick up the mantle. He wanted to pick up the mantle. He felt it was his right to be the new tribal chief after Roman Reigns could not hold up his end of the bargain at WrestleMania when he lost the title to the American Nightmare. Right now, Jey Uso is really bringing the fight to Tama Tonga with an enziguri. Oh, went for the enziguri, but Tama Tonga ducked and got out of harm's way. And a clothesline now taking out main event Jey Uso. Look inside the cage of the new bloodline. Double axe handle again to the back. Now we are 2.5 minutes. And Tama Tonga, who's already in control, is going to get even more help. A little bit of a gator roll there. And a breakaway arrow. It was almost a suplex, but decided to turn it into like a falcon arrow of some sort. Tama Tonga with these clubbing blows to the face. Jey just being laid to waste by Tama Tonga. Soon enough, Tama Tonga is going to have his backup, and things are going to get a hell of a lot worse for main event Jey Uso. Over the top rope senton, taking out main event Jey Uso. And a clubbing blow. Oh, but Jay's trying to fight back. And again, main event Jey Uso with a clubbing blow. Countered by Tama Tonga. Jey Uso whipped in the corner hard. Took that buckle hard. And Tama Tonga mocking main event Jey Uso. What a splash. Trying to go for the cover. I think Tama Tonga forgot the rules of the match. But that's just how unhinged and crazy he can be. He's just so focused on, just inflicting pain. Sometimes you forget the rules and it happens. And Tama Tonga just stalking main event Jey Uso like prey. Went for a clothesline, but main event Jey Uso ducked. Enziguri, step up, takes out Tama Tonga. Jey Uso's got Tonga right where he wants him. But in just a few seconds, Tama Tonga's going to have some extra help. Jay backing into the corner with a hip attack. Tama Tonga, who's coming out next? Uh-oh. Things are going to get really bad for a main event Jey Uso. 300 plus pounds of big Bronson Reed. And he's looking for something. I don't know what. Big Bronson Reed looking for some sort of weapon under the ring to use. As if his body isn't a weapon of mass destruction in its own being. He needs chairs upon chairs upon chairs. Just launching the chair at Reed as main event Jey Uso, and another one being launched at Reed. Desperation, but just swatting the chair out of the way. Jay's going to have to use quickness over Big Bronson Reed. And that's no easy task with the damage that's already been done. I'm just getting taken out. It's like running into a brick wall, getting caught. If brick walls could move, it would be Big Bronson Reed. And then you think about the way he crashes down on you when he uses his tsunami. It makes it all the worse. Saying for Tama to come on, let's make this a lot worse for main event Jey Uso. This 2-on-1 attack. Big Bronson Reed is already like two regular men. And the fact that he's one monster, and along with a psychotic person and Tama Tonga, just unhinged. It's just getting a whole lot worse for Jey Uso. Jey Uso starting this, almost wishing, you gotta wonder if he's regretting wishing that he started this match. 1:20, Jey Uso will get some help. Whatever's left, they may have to use a shovel. Whoever comes out for the OG Bloodline, I would bring a shovel with you. Because you may have to scrape up the remains of whatever's left of Jey Uso after this 2-on-1 attack by Tama Tonga and Big Bronson Reed. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough watch this next minute as Jay awaits help. The time couldn't be any sooner. It couldn't come any quicker for main event Jey Uso, who's in desperate need of help in an absolute moment of struggle. Moments of struggle. Earlier tonight, we saw Team Rhea win the Women's War Games, and now it's time to see what's going to happen between the OG Bloodline and the new Bloodline. Right now, the new Bloodline absolutely demolishing main event Jey Uso right now, with Big Bronson Reed and Tama Tonga working very well together as a cohesive unit. And now now with Jey Uso just flatten out, they await the next who's going to enter the ring. And it's Big Jim, Jay's brother Jimmy, making his way to the ring, making a beeline. Big Jim coming to the aid of his brother. Enziguri. Now an Enziguri for Big Bronson Reed. What a thunderous chop to the chest of Big Bronson Reed as main event. Jey Uso finally gets himself some help and double super kick to the midsection. One of the greatest tag teams of all time. And Tama Tonga back to vertical base, going to work on Jay. Jimmy gets the boot up. Uppercut to Tama Tonga. And now it's Jimmy heading up to the top. Corkscrew. Corkscrew moonsault taken out. The new bloodline. Big Bronson Reed and Tama Tonga both laid out. Look at that beautiful corkscrew by Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso digging into the playbook. Now trying to pull up his brother Jay. The world is talking about Survivor Series on X. And a splash to Big Bronson Reed. It's going to take a lot of people to keep down Big Bronson Reed. The monster that is Big Bronson Reed. And another splash. This one for Tama Tonga. Minute and a half. And once again, the new bloodline will have the numbers game. And when the match will begin, when all 10 superstars, 5 members of each team, are in the ring, the bell will ring after the cage closes. But we've got quite a bit of way to go. There's going to be a lot more carnage before we can get to that. And then after that, there's going to be even more carnage because that's when the fun really happens. That's when you can go for the victory, for pinfall or submission. Double uppercut by the Usos. What a shot. Nails Big Bronson Reed. The Usos receiving a standing ovation. The newly reformed Usos. And in 20 seconds, Tama Tonga and Big Bronson Reed going to get some help. It could perhaps be Tonga Loa. It could also be the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. Perhaps, maybe Solo Sikoa. But it seems like Tonga Loa going to make his way out. Oh, no. Holding back? Oh, no. As if there wasn't enough carnage being caused. Say your prayers for the OG bloodline because the Samoan werewolf is making his way to the ring. Jacob Fatu. He's the one who gained the advantage. He defeated main event Jey Uso, so the new bloodline could have this advantage. And it's all, you know, we've seen what he can do when it's just a regular match. Imagine what it's going to be like. The Usos realize they're going to have to work together the best they can to take out Jacob Fatu. And that's easier said than done. Turn around. Samoan drop takes out Jacob Fatu, who just kicked right back up like nothing ever happened. And just taking out Jey Uso like a torpedo. And Jacob Fatu just taking over. That was a brilliant call by Solo. You know, you got to give credit where credit's due. Holding back Tonga Loa to make sure Jacob Fatu could take care of and make work of the Usos right now. The back of the head of Jimmy Uso connecting with the steel. And saying, I'm still your tribal chief. With 1:40 to go. That 1:40 is going to feel like an eternity for the Usos. As Jacob Fatu is going to enjoy every second of the pain he inflicts on the Usos. Oh! Handspring. I don't even know where Jacob Fatu comes from. Where is he from? Because somebody like Jacob Fatu should not be able to do the things he's able to do. His athleticism, his strength, his power, his rabidness is just incredible. You talk about aura, that word gets thrown around Solo gave Jacob Fatu the opportunity to be in the WWE and taken full advantage of it, taking out the new bloodline. Fatu has been waiting to come to WWE his whole life. And with all the trials and tribulations, it took Solo Sikoa to bring him in. You know, Roman Reigns and the Usos, they talked about the reason that they never brought in Jacob Fatu. The man's got a criminal record. The man is as dangerous as they come. Who's coming in? Who's going? Oh, Roman Reigns blocking off CM Punk, who seemed to be ready to go. Instead, it's going to be Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns has a better plan, it seems. This is interesting. I don't think that's going to sit well between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. It's now Sami Zayn. Jimmy going to help out Jimmy and Jay. The third Uso, Sammy Uso, now coming in. Now Sammy unloading. Springs up and over. Tama Tonga, clothesline. Sami Zayn fired up. It's going to be no easy task to go after Big Bronson Reed, though. You know, and now it's going to be what once CM Punk, you know, gets in there, it's going to be what CM Punk wants to do. Roman Reigns kind of drew that line in the sand when he blocked off CM Punk from getting out of the shark cage and saying, hey, Sami Zayn, you go on. You know, Roman Reigns managed to team with Cody Rhodes. So it's not, you know, far-fetched to say that Roman Reigns and CM Punk can work as a cohesive unit. Punk is going to be the big wild card in this match. Punk is doing a favor for Paul Heyman. And a super kick. And down goes Jacob Fatu. Are we going to get it? And we're getting it. Let's take a look at this high cross body. Got caught by Jacob Fatu. But Big Jim to the rescue. Now the Usos and Sami Zayn in control. We don't know what Punk is getting out of this. Punk is doing a favor for Paul Heyman. Not sure what that favor is. Because Punk could care less about any of these other superstars in this match. Could care less about the new bloodline, the old bloodline. He's doing this for Paul Heyman, someone who believed in him since the beginning of his career, someone who helped him get to the WWE, someone who was there during his historic 434-day reign as WWE Champion. Once again, the new bloodline will have the advantage. Who is going to be the next man into this match? Oh no, there comes the Impaler! DDT taking out Big Jimmy Uso. And this time, Solo Sikoa allows Tama Tonga to enter this. Solo Sikoa had a better plan. And this time it's going to be Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa makes his way to the ring. And now it becomes 4-on-3 as we get closer and closer to all 10 men being in the ring. He's got a table. Former tag team champion alongside Tama Tonga. Why does Jacob... I just gotta wonder. Why Jacob Fatu is a dangerous on his own. Why does he need a table? And now 2 tables. And now the new Bloodline's brought in 2 tables. As if these teams needed weapons to even begin with. The 4 men in the match. Big for the new Bloodline. Big Bronson Reed. Tama Tonga, who started this thing. Jacob Fatu and the man who just entered, Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga making up Gorillas of Destiny. Spent some time in New Japan. Big Bronson Reed placing a chair. Got something in mind for main event Jey Uso. Sami Zayn laid out by Gorillas of Destiny. And a big boot. Oh! Look at the way that Jacob Fatu just sent Jimmy Uso into the steel cage. Tonga Loa. Look at the way that Sami Zayn bounced off the cage. Tonga Loa with a splash. Taking out Sami Zayn. Oh, look at that beautiful moonsault. Nobody like Jacob Fatu. Look at the deranged look in the eyes of the Samoan werewolf. You know, it's just how Jacob Fatu was raised. It's how he came up. It's the way he had to scratch and claw to get here to the big stage, to the WWE. He didn't have an easy time doing it. And now with the Usos and Sami Zayn in all kinds of trouble. It's about to become a 4-on-4. Who's it going to be? Is Roman Reigns going to go out, or is it going to be CM Punk? CM Punk just going to sit there. Oh, no. CM Punk brushing past Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns did not like that one bit. CM Punk enters War Games. In his first ever War Games match, just embarrassing the original Tribal Chief as he brushed past him. There's only one man who's crazy enough to enter the ring with all these crazy animals right in front of him. And that's CM Punk. Roman Reigns displeased. That look, shaking his head. Where's CM Punk going? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, the last time CM Punk had a red toolbox, there was a lot of blood, and McIntyre required a lot of stitches. Boom! Right to the head of Fatu. To Tama Tonga. For Tonga Loa. For Reed. One of the best in the business. The best in the world. Sometimes it takes an equalizer when you've got rabid dogs in the ring. And wearing out the new bloodline. Taking out Tonga Loa. And a running knee into the corner. That's vintage CM Punk. And in a minute and a half, we're going to get Solo Sikoa as we start to fill this ring up. And it's 8 men in the ring right. Oh! Jacob Fatu stands up on that running bulldog on the... Uh-oh. CM Punk, I would turn around. I don't think CM Punk has ever faced somebody like Jacob Fatu before. I don't even know how Jacob Fatu standing. Pop up. Samoan drop. Jacob Fatu is not even human. I mean, there is a reason they call him the Samoan werewolf. He's more werewolf than he is Samoan, I'll tell you that much. I bet if you got blood work done and you did a DNA test, I guarantee in that DNA test it would say that Jacob Fatu is, without a doubt, actually part werewolf. And now it's about to become a 5-on-4. Jacob Fatu. It's just something different. And now Here comes the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. He was once upon a time self-proclaimed, but has, made it known that he is the tribal chief. But this may be Roman Reigns' only hope. This match could be Roman Reigns' only hope in stopping Solo Sikoa. Well, one of them only has a true tribe. Solo Sikoa has true warriors. As they all acknowledge him, CM Punk starting to attack from behind. Oh! Solo closing the cage on Sami Zayn. And now it's going to be Jay's turn. Oh! Closing the cage on Jay. And now to Jimmy Uso. And now Solo, just relentless. Like a absolute mercenary. Solo, the only member of his team who's ever been in a War Games match before. And a spinning Solo takes out Sami Zayn. Sami hasn't been able to do much. This new bloodline is absolutely unstoppable. There's going to be a lot of time to decimate the OG bloodline, or whatever is making this OG bloodline, plus CM Punk, who's been a bit of an X factor in this match. The new bloodline is working so well as a cohesive unit. The fallen OTC who fell back at WrestleMania 40 was told by the American Nightmare that he'd be a chief without a tribe. And what happened? A chief without a tribe. The Usos stacked on each other by Jacob Fatu, moonsaults both of them. The original bloodline being absolutely laid out. And now Bronson Reed's time. So, Nami takes out Sami Zayn. And there's only one man left to enter. It's just a matter of time. Look at the athleticism. Mind-blowing just how incredible Jacob Fatu's agility is. And then that tsunami with all that weight crashing down. Punk, rebellious as ever, will, despite it being a 5-on-4, will still fight. I mean, you got to know this was going to end this way. The Bloodline are stronger than they've ever been because of Solo. Solo just waiting for Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa locking the cage. Brought his own lock and chain. Now Roman Reigns can't enter. That's going to be a problem. And the OTC may have just gotten outsmarted by Solo Sikoa. Solo used to be the right-hand man. Solo used to be the man that made sure Roman Reigns would retain his title time after time. But tonight, Solo's the man who may have just outsmarted Roman Reigns. And now Roman Reigns going to have to figure out what he's going to have to do to get back in this. Can Roman Reigns get back in this? And Roman Reigns can't get in the ring, but that asking for a key. And so the match doesn't officially start. Roman Reigns is going to have to climb. There's only one way to get in. That's climbing. Roman Reigns scaling the cage. But they're all going to be waiting for him. That's the problem. Roman Reigns is going to have to fight him off in the meantime. Now big Bronson Reed heading up. Roman Reigns sending Reed. Oh, the family jewels of Reed crash and burn. Jacob Fatu kicked away by Reigns. And the OTC and the new Tribal Chief going at it. Roman Reigns is now in the match. You don't see Roman Reigns up at the top too often. High cross body. Well, the match is officially, I guess the match has officially begun. Roman Reigns having to be a one-man army, a one-man wrecking machine to pick up the slack. All the damage that's been done to the OG bloodline. And now helping Big Jim up. And just staring at CM Punk. Knowing no interest in helping CM Punk, but it'll help Sami Zayn. Uh-oh. And now, with all 10 men are up on their feet, it seems there's going to be some dissension. And the bell is rung. Now War Games can begin. Paul Heyman just screaming, wanting for Punk and Roman just to work through this. And whatever happens next is whatever. But Punk doing a favor for Paul Heyman. And now War Games can officially begin as all 10 of these men stare at each other. And now everything comes ahead. And in between the ring, the in-ring, the middle of the ring, the connector, that's where they're at. They were trapped between two rings, but now there's chaos in both rings. Too hard to call the action. Sami Zayn going after the biggest dog in the fight, Big Bronson Reed. Tornado DDT takes out Reed. Double axe handle. And now Tonga Loa going to turn his attention to Sami Zayn. The brothers going to work together. Talking about brothers that work together. Main event, Jey Uso and Big Jim. Going to work together. The Usos, one of the most decorated tag teams in WWE history. And opposing corners with a very familiar look. A double Uso splash that has won them tag team championships after tag team championships. But there comes Solo Sikoa and the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu back into the fray. And Jay sent into the steel by Solo. And now it's CM Punk and Roman in the other ring. How apropos, how ironic is it that it's CM Punk and Roman Reigns who are in the ring? You're going to have to work together, if per se. Roman and Punk working on Solo and Fatu. Solo going after Roman. Jacob going after Punk. And now CM Punk is about to be impaled. Oh, counter. Got caught. Roman Reigns accidentally spearing CM Punk. Oh, no. Uh-oh. They were already having their issues. Samoan Spike. That's going to do it. Oh! But But Roman Reigns just barely kicking out before the 3. We got to take another look at this one more time. It was on accident. Solo able to get out of the way. It was unintentional. But Punk isn't going to know that. But I don't think Punk even knows where he is at this point. Because Death Valley Driver. And now setting up is Jacob Fatu with a... I think Fatu's leg gave out. A blessing in disguise for CM Punk. The leg of Jacob Fatu just gave out. That's devastating for Jacob Fatu, but a blessing for the OG Bloodline. Could be a big turning point in this match. What a shot from Big Jim to Tongaloa. And right in the steel, Tongaloa sends Big Jim into the cage. This has been a massacre. All kinds of chaos going on. It's been all new Bloodline since the get-go. With the advantage that Jacob Fatu won for them. You know, one team is a real team and the other is kind of working together. Look at the wounded werewolf pushing through. Reigns, desperate times for desperate measures and a spear to Solo. Oh, but a huge kick by Reed. Spoiling the comeback of Roman Reigns. Uh-oh. And he's climbing. Is he gonna... No. No. Are you kidding me? Bronson Reed is not gonna do this. It's over for Roman Reigns. Any chance Roman Reigns had of bringing back the bloodline, the OG bloodline. On top of the War Games cage. And Punk saves Reigns. Just in the nick of time. Punk came to the rescue of Roman Reigns. It seemed Punk realized that it was an accident. That spear was an accident as Punk saved Roman Reigns from a catastrophe, from a massive tsunami. Punk somehow had the wherewithal to push through to get Roman Reigns off the table. And Roman Reigns extending the hand to CM Punk with a peace offering to CM Punk. And this... Oh, but Jacob Fatu spoiling the moment. Oh, and a Superman punch from Reigns. Samoan Spike by Solo. And again. And a super kick by the Usos. Double super kick. Jacob Fatu sending the Usos on the other side. The amount of damage. Oh, super kick by Jay. And now a super kick by Jimmy. There's all kinds of chaos going on. And 1D. It's been a little bit since we've seen a little bit of 1D. And down since day one with a bit of 1D. And Jimmy Uso makes the climb. And Jay setting up the table to take out Jacob Fatu. They're going to take out Jacob Fatu. But Tonga Loa. And a spear to Tonga Loa. But here comes Tama Tonga. And Sami Zayn, Blue Thunder Bomb takes out Tama Tonga. And no. From the top rope. And Jimmy thinking otherwise. Jimmy's got some crazy ideas. Didn't work out for Big Bronson Reed earlier. Will it work out for Big Jimmy Uso? From high above. Uso splash. From the top of the cage. I guess that's what it takes to keep down a Samoan Werewolf. Everybody's down. Paul Heyman with a big smile on his face. He's loving what he's seeing. Sami coming to Jimmy's aid. And now it's Sami helping up helping up Jay. Main event, Jey Uso and Big Jim. And now with the three back to their feet. They go to the other side. They go to the other ring. Helping up CM Punk, who's been through it. And now they're coming to the aid of Roman Reigns. The original Bloodline ready to finish this. And Sol Sikoa's all alone. Oh no. Sometimes, you know what they say? You reap what you sow. And Sol Sikoa finding out what happens when you mess with the wrong people. Super kick from Jay. Super kick from Jimmy. Double super kick from the Usos. Haluva kick by Sami Zayn. Punk has Solo up with a GTS. And a spear to Solo. Reigns covers. And the OG Bloodline have defeated the New Bloodline. And the OG Bloodline with the addition of CM Punk stand tall. CM Punk not in the mix of their hugging circle. CM Punk watching from the distance. CM Punk held his end of the bargain. But you gotta wonder what the favor is. You don't really win a war, you only survive. Well, and the OG Bloodline survived here at Survivor Series. CM Punk and Roman Reigns stare down at each other. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Roman Reigns having to dig down deep with a low blow to Jacob Fatu. A spear to Solo we saw earlier on in the match. Super kick. Almost knocking out Roman Reigns. And then this, CM Punk saved Roman Reigns. Somehow with whatever energy. It was like it was on instinct. But Jimmy would go high risk. Risk it all with an Uso splash off the top of the cage to take out Jacob Fatu. Let's get one more look at that. Boom! Taking out the Samoan Werewolf, the difference maker in the new bloodline. And then Solo was all alone. Super kicks. A GTS. And then the message was sent. Boom! With a spear from Roman Reigns. And tonight's Savage Replay was sponsored by Slim Jim. Snap into a Slim Jim. They won with CM Punk on their side. Roman Reigns having a hard time as he and CM Punk come face to face. They agreed, and they did what they had to do. And the hand has been extended. And Heyman loves it in the background. A handshake heard around the world as the OG Bloodline, with the addition of CM Punk, the OG Bloodline, about to reclaim its former glory. But Solo still wears that Ula Fala and is still the tribal chief. But the pendulum, the momentum has shifted in favor of the OG Bloodline. The battle scars that one leaves when they leave War Games. Let's not forget, there's still a favor. CM Punk still has a favor he needs from Paul Heyman. And they agreed. And Paul Heyman very pleased. The wise man coming back to make sure everything went right here at Survivor Series. The wise man was able to pull it off again. Gotta hand it to the wise man and the OG Bloodline. What a photo to close out Survivor Series. War Games. Picture that says 1,000 words. Well, that was Survivor Series. I got a whole deal of problems to deal with tomorrow that I'm not ready for tonight. Oh man, I have so many problems that are coming tomorrow that I. That audio sounds terrible. All right, this is just we got a new beginning. I don't know what this new beginning is going to look like, but all I know is that I've got 5 videos from tonight going out the next 5 days. I apologize for tonight's audio, for everything. I can't, I could have fixed this mistake and made it different, but computers are going to work how computers are going to work, and I wasn't going to stream at all. But the dream has to stay alive, even when I didn't want it to, when I was ready to kill it all and not fight for it. But a dream is only, I'll leave you with this quote. A dream is only as strong as the man who is willing to fight for it. Damn, that's a good quote. I just came up with that right now. God damn, that was a good quote. Anyways, thank you all. I'll see you all in the next one. I don't have any outro stuff anymore. I'll have to come up with new stuff. Thank